I love how I'm always late to the live now because I end up having the chats with every co-host that I have. And it's just such a beautiful way to be late to something. Oh. Hi. Oh. So what are we doing today? We're talking all things Hogwarts houses. And we're talking about flirting. And the wonderful Vian is already here. I love it. The most early co-host I've ever had. Oh.
Hi.
Hello. Oh.
It's so
Oh
good
my
to
God.
see you.
It's so good to see you. It's almost like we didn't just have the chat.
Oh no.
Oh my God. So I guess we should introduce what this is first and foremost.
Yeah, you go ahead.
So I guess this is capitalism. Thanks. I hate it. I am Sandra. Welcome to my mixtape. I'm tired of police brutality, systemic racism, and all this heartache. And you are?
I'm Vian. I need to get my life together. Still, Bondoc.
Love that. Love that for all of us. So, I did a poll on my Instagram story, and a lot of people,
Oh, you
I
did? I
don't
didn't
know,
even. Oops. I need to... I'll go look at it now.
go look at it now, but like basically just to get like the topics of what was going to be
Oh yeah,
discussed.
yeah.
Um, what is it? I did the poll like recently, like last week or something. The topics we were going to discuss this week, and a lot of people were between Pottermore, like Hogwarts houses, and flirting. And I, I think that's due to both the author of Harry Potter being a dumbass.
Yes.
We love a supportive boyfriend in the chat. What is it? But also I think the whole flirting thing is mainly because everyone is just like feeling it during quarantine. Like
Yeah.
just wanting a love story amidst all the chaos, I guess.
Well, the flirting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I
I'm
actually
telling you,
looked
like
up.
Pottermore
Yeah.
and flirting were going head to head.
No, I looked up like a thing. No, are we gonna talk about that first?
Yeah, we're going to talk about Pottermore first, so then if
Okay, cool.
anyone who doesn't want to tune into romance can like step away and just like skip to the end if they're really like heartbroken or angry or whatever at the world.
Yeah.
So, what were you going to tell me, Vian? What did you look up about flirting? No, about
Oh yeah.
Hogwarts.
Oh, Hogwarts.
Uh,
Which one are we
we're
doing?
doing Pottermore first. We're doing
Oh,
Hogwarts,
okay, okay, cool, cool. So I found out that I'm a Hufflepuff.
which is so funny because I already knew that Vian was a Hufflepuff. I should just guess you both
Why? Niall
Hogwarts.
said that about me. So.
I thought that you were a Hufflepuff because you're just such a people person, but also like such a soft friend. You know what I mean? Like soft as in you come into your house and you're just like, "Hi, how are you?" And I'm like, "Oh my God."
Oh my
Oh,
God.
speaking of which, we're both
Mm.
wearing comfy,
Yeah, we're
soft
matching. We totally
jumpers.
did not plan this or anything.
Totally did not change my outfit midway through our meeting. Absolutely not. How dare you even suggest such a thing? Um, I am actually controversial. I have been almost all of the Hogwarts houses at this point because what is it? I was telling Vian this. The BuzzFeed quiz told me I was a Gryffindor. Pottermore told me I was a Slytherin, and my friends are all like, "Screw that, you're a Ravenclaw." So I'm just waiting for someone to just say, "Sandra, you're such a Hufflepuff," and I'll be all of them.
Sandra, you're such a Hufflepuff.
Oh my God, I'm all of them.
You're just an all-rounder. That's
I'm
just
just
how
an
it is.
all-rounder. But if I
Yeah.
was
Why?
talking to
Do you have
Vian
a
about this, I am
preference?
such a Ravenclaw. It
Do you have a
just
preference, like?
what? Oh, do I have a preference?
Yeah. Like, would you rather be one or something?
I'd rather be either a Slytherin or a Ravenclaw. If I was a
But you
Gryffindor,
are,
I think I'd cry.
according to one of the quizzes, so.
Right? So like I prefer them over Gryffindor. I'm sorry, but Gryffindor just feels like what is it? Not every Gryffindor is like this, obviously. But Gryffindor to me, if it was me, it just feels like the person that like destroys a door without thinking about it first. Like if it was me, not if it was everyone
Yeah,
else,
yeah,
but
yeah.
for me. So I just can't with that, you know? It's a bit much. I also realized that today, since you're so early and better than all my co-hosts, sorry Hosean, sorry
Yeah.
Ashley, sorry everyone, sorry Liza. I didn't even sing today, which is so upsetting.
You can sing now.
Oh God, what
You
song
know
should
what I
I
want to
sing?
do? I play ukulele. One day we need to like make a little like tune or something so you can like edit that in for your for the like Podbean.
Fiona, I love you.
We should do that. You and Hosan have to sing something. Or, like
Hosean will rap, and I
sure.
will.
Oh my God. Okay, okay. I'll think of something. I'll come up with like you just need four chords. Give me a
What is
tune
it?
to something. Can we like take a tune of something already?
Ooh, I'll show you the tune of what I have currently
Oh, do you have one
that I love.
already?
That is so
Okay.
fun.
Yeah.
I'll show you now. Like I have it on YouTube now.
Oh, okay.
Once
And you just come
it's
up with
active.
lyrics and we'll like make a little
It,
jingle.
it, it's so cute. I love it. It's so good.
Just vibing.
It's such a flirting song.
Was that intentional?
It clearly was. But is but I'll sing more in next episode, I
Yeah,
guess. Because
send me the
today
link
we
for
just
that and
have
I'll try and
so
figure
much
it out.
gossip, so much stuff to talk about. So let's talk all things Hogwarts. Obviously, the writer of Harry Potter has been kind of horrible for a while. So let's not acknowledge their name.
Yeah. She
What
who
is
shall
it?
not be
I don't
named.
want any more ads for that person. But what is it? But apart from that, the work that they did create before being stupid, um, was pretty good, and a lot of people associate themselves with these Hogwarts houses. So I'm pretty sure we should get into the nitty gritty about what, hmm, what was I gonna say? About like what each house values and stuff,
Yeah.
right? So you're a Hufflepuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we should talk about like what the wonderful Vian values. So Vian,
Me. Oh.
every Hufflepuff, because we generalize on this podcast,
I'll see how
value,
accurate it is. I'll judge.
values hard work, patience, justice, and loyalty.
Oh my God, that
So
makes me sound like such a good person.
you sound like such a good friend. I love it. But what is it? So basically, your house mascot is the badger, and canary yellow and black, or golden yellow and graphite in the Fantastic Beasts films, which I
Oh,
haven't
okay, 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 okay. I need
watched.
to watch those.
So according to the author of the book, Hufflepuff corresponds roughly to the element of Earth. Oh my God! Today is
Wait,
this the
I'm
whole
an
like
earth sign as
Airbender kind of
well.
thing? You're an
Wait,
Earth
listen,
sign.
I'm an earth sign as well.
You're an earth sign.
Whoa.
I really thought that they were all earth, air, fire, water. Because if
Okay, we
I'm
need to find
thinking
out
about it,
what your
Gryffindor,
one.
Gryffindor is such fire. Because like it's
Yeah.
red,
Oh
and
yeah. Yeah.
also they're very like courageous, bravery, and they're chivalry. So like obviously like
Hmm.
fire. Ravenclaw, I think, is water. But I would have thought Slytherin was earth. But I guess they're air.
Why would Slytherin be earth though? That doesn't make
Because they're
sense.
green, but they're not grounded either.
The green. No, but like personality wise, would not be earth.
Personality wise, their ambition, cunning, leadership, and
That would be more
resourcefulness.
like maybe fire, honestly, for Slytherin. But also, yeah, courage for Gryffindor.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Mm,
Well, you can. It could be water because snakes and like also like
true.
water. I don't think it would be air. I don't know about air.
I don't think it would be air either. I feel like Ravenclaw would be more air
Yeah, because
because they're like
birds.
intelligence, learning, wisdom,
Yeah,
wit.
yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes more sense.
In saying that, I'm an earth sign, so But like, it is what it is, I guess. I can't choose my way. But I was supposed to be an air sign because I
Yeah.
was a premature Babs. So I was supposed to be an Aquarius,
Really?
but I'm not
Oh, why? Wait, how?
because I was premature because
Oh,
my mom's
right. I was
pregnancy was
too,
like
actually. I
right.
wonder what I would have been then. What's
Ooh,
July? What's July? I think I was meant to be born
July.
in
You were
July.
supposed to be
Yeah.
born in July. I'll see what you could have been. My mom is so into star signs. Just this week, she
Yeah,
was
July.
literally like, "I'm on the cusp of being a Libra," and I was like, "Mom, chill out."
Yeah, my mom too. Oh my God, she's into like Chinese zodiac and stuff. So, and
Did
like feng
answer me
shui.
this: when you started dating someone, did she say what star sign are they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you'd probably be. What date is your birthday?
21st.
21st. Yeah, so you'd be a Cancer.
I'd be
So you'd be a
Cancer.
water sign.
Oh. No.
Emotional
Oh no, I think
sign.
I'm better off being premature.
I think you're good as you are. I like
Yeah.
Taurus. It's one of my favorite seasons. Let's not mess with that.
Yeah.
Let's just not mess with that.
I like it because
Well,
I was born on the 20th. I don't know. I don't tell everyone apparently,
ooh.
but I was born on the 20th, but they wrote 21st on my birth certificate because I was born
Oh
in
my
Saudi
God, you're not going
Arabia.
to believe this. You're not going to believe
What?
this.
Were you the
My
same?
grandmother says the same about my mom.
No. And
Because
she's a
my
Taurus, isn't
mom,
she?
her birth, no,
Oh, she's a Virgo, is she? Is she the
she's a
Virgo?
Virgo.
Oh, she's a Virgo. Okay.
And my mom was born on the 21st of September. But my grandmother, like, adamantly will say that she was born on the 20th.
Why?
Because apparently she didn't get registered until the 21st.
Oh, yeah, that's what something like that happened with me. I think it's because there was a language barrier because I was born in Saudi Arabia, so
Ah,
maybe
yeah.
I don't know. That's
But
what
like my
happened with
mom
me.
was born in in the 60s. So it's feasible. You know what I mean? It could
Yeah,
happen. It could very well happen. But also, what the hell, grandma? Like, does that mean mom's supposed to have two birthdays? Is mom supposed
yeah,
to
that's what I
celebrate
do.
twice?
It's great.
Just
It's just
cancel
so
the
funny.
whole week.
Yeah,
It's your birthday.
yeah,
What
literally,
is
it's
it?
birth week.
So I guess I already talked about Hufflepuff. Um, what
You,
is it?
Ravenclaw. Do Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw. Okay, so I'm a Ravenclaw, according to my friends. Dara, my baby, hello. What is it? This podcast is dedicated to Angelica, who has always called me out for what is it? Ew, JK, you bitch. What is it? This podcast is dedicated to Angelica because she has always called me out when I drink or consume dairy, and she's always been right. Um,
Why? What?
she is
Oh no, tell
she
me the
is
deets
also a
later.
Hufflepuff. But
I
anyway,
can so see that.
I'm a
Yeah,
Ravenclaw.
definitely.
My baby Dara is a Slytherin. We all we be knowing. We know, bitch. We know. What is it? Ravenclaw values intelligence, learning, wisdom, and wit. And our house mascot is an eagle, and the house colors are blue and bronze, or blue and silver if it's in the Fantastic Beasts films, like on the ties and the scarves. Um, and we correspond to air. Like I said, lactose intolerance gang. Yeah,
I'm low-key
baby.
lactose intolerant too, so that's fun.
Yeah, baby. You've been knowing.
It's
We're
not
all
great when you
flawed.
love cheese.
I'm the kind of bitch who, like, on a first date will drink a milkshake and forget,
Oh my
and then I have a
God.
stomach ache.
High five.
Horrible, horrible time. But anyway, like, I'm very a Ravenclaw, but I guess we should move on to our beautiful Slytherins, who really get a bad rep, if we're being completely honest. Like, we can't compare all Slytherins to Draco Malfoy, but Dara is Draco Malfoy. Sorry about it. Um, so Slytherins value ambition, cunning, leadership, and resourcefulness. And what is it? In the Sorting Hat in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone said that Slytherins will do anything to get their way. So like it's very much that TikTok meme that everyone's doing, which is like, I'm a bad bitch,
Oh my
My
God.
way or the highway. Like
Yeah, yes, yeah.
that's your
I
Slytherin
love that
baby
so
in
much.
your life. You just know that. Like that just is
Yeah.
how it is. What is it? Apparently, the Sorting Hat claims that blood purity is a factor in selecting Slytherins, although it isn't mentioned in the fifth book, which
Hmm.
leads me to suspect discrimination amongst Slytherins? Like, this is a bit bullshit, you know what I mean? This is a bit
Yeah.
bullshit. But also, let's not forget that Harry Potter, like, got into Gryffindor because he was basically like, don't put me with them. So, like, can we imagine the alternate universe where Harry and Draco, like, are actually, like, friends?
Oh God. Can someone
That's
make a fanfic about it now, please?
someone
I'd
make a
say there already
fanfic,
is.
has us in it, let us know. What is it? I'm pretty sure there's already a fanfic,
I'm
honestly.
sure there is. I'm sure there is.
What is it? According to Rowling, oh, I said her fucking name. What is it? According
Uh,
to Bitch,
haven't. We need to
Slytherin
think of another
corresponds.
name.
According to Lemonface, um, Slytherin corresponds roughly to the element of water, which is interesting because it seems that most of the Slytherins I know are always water signs.
Is Dara?
Yeah, Dara's a water sign, I think. Scorpio's a water sign, right? Dara, tell us. Dara is always in the chats here.
I
Yeah,
know.
you're
I
a
don't
water
see
sign.
it.
Yeah, Scorpio is a water sign, and most of the what is it, Slytherins I know are water signs. So that's very interesting to me. Um, what is it? I think we should go on to our dear Gryffindor because we just kind of mentioned them, but I didn't give them the full attention they deserve. So my beautiful co-host Hosan is a Gryffindor, as far as I'm
Oh,
aware. And it's not surprising, to be honest.
you butchered that spelling. He butchered spelling so bad. He's a Gryffindor too. That's why.
Ah, ah. What is it? The That's so funny. What is it? Hosanna is a beautiful Gryffindor, and Gryffindors value courage, bravery, nerve, and chivalry. So basically, Gryffindor is that knight who will fight for you, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm. Gryffindor's mascot is the lion, and its colors are scarlet, red, and gold. So I hope that all Gryffindors always embrace those colors. And what is it? And maroon and gold on the ties and scarves. Hmm.
Pretty
Interesting.
much.
Hmm. It doesn't say here, but I'm just going to say it. Gryffindors are fire signs. A simp.
Pretty much. That is just
I
pretty
mean,
accurate.
yeah, but you have to be like royalty. You know what I mean? You're a royal simp. You can't just like.
A royal simp.
That's hilarious. Oh my god. A royal simp. Mm-mm.
Oh my god.
Mm.
So would you say Hosan's a simp as well?
Hosan simps for me. Me and
Yeah, that
Hosan
is
like have
very
an
true.
ongoing thing where we're just like, it's a pity that we're not each other's types, because we would mesh. But also our
Yeah.
star signs are not compatible, so maybe
Oh,
that's
they're
part of
not. Oh no.
it. No.
And we know that's like, set in stone, Star signs.
I don't know, but I seem to be attracted to everyone that I'm compatible with, so that's a bit of a problem, if you ask me. A
I
horrible
mean, if you're
problem.
compatible with them, you're compatible in the
Sometimes.
stars, but not even in real life.
I think I am, like, friendship wise. I just never pursue further, you know what I mean?
Wait, what's your moon sign? I still don't know mine, actually.
My
I
moon
still need to find
sign
mine.
is Aquarius.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So we're
which
not
means that
compatible on that side then.
which basically means, I'll tell you right now, but I think it's like I have a problem, like, showing my emotions. Ooh, what is it? Aquarius, moon. Moon.
I need to find
I
mine
was gonna
already.
say, Dara, you named your dog Luna, which means moon, so essentially you called your dog Moon Moon. Called out. What, what is it? Aquarius moon signs like to be alone, decipher what they're picking up, and translate it into earthly life. I feel called out. I translate on a daily basis. I don't need this in my zodiac sign.
I
Those
guess,
with
yeah.
Those with the moon in Aquarius seem to have access to the mysteries of the universe through their inner lives. Their emotional detachment keeps them cool in crises, not true, but can make them as remote as a distant galaxy, maybe. And that's on being an intimidating person.
Oh, no, I don't think you're intimidating.
I
You
am
are
occasionally, not
you are
always.
in a way with your smartness, as you said from the start.
Sometimes. Sometimes. Mm. So basically, we gotta rank the Hogwarts houses.
Oh, okay. And what are
Plus,
we
we
doing?
gotta make it a
What's the
little
like?
controversial up in here.
But what are we gonna use to rank them? Like, there's a lot of factors that go into this.
Okay, I think I know what we're gonna use.
Like, are we doing friendship wise? Are we doing
I
like,
think we should do
well,
friendship.
okay, friendship?
I think we should do friendship. So,
We can rate them in different ways. Yeah.
okay, I'll rate them. We'll see. We'll see. I think I'm gonna rate it in like, uh, who I think makes the best friends, who
Mm-hmm.
I think is the most closest to me, and who I think is my competitor.
Okay.
Okay? So,
Okay.
like, if I'm gonna say who makes the best friends, I'd say Hufflepuff. I think Hufflepuffs are like all-rounders. They're those people that like grab you into the party and aren't afraid of claiming you as a friend. You know what I mean? I think the most close like me, besides Ravenclaw, I'm taking Ravenclaw out of the equation. I
Okay.
think it's Slytherins. I tend to gravitate towards Slytherins in like a lot of friendship ways. So like me and Slytherin get on.
Yeah.
Like competitor, Gryffindor, obviously. Like we both have like very strong traits.
Yeah, I see
I
that.
value intelligence. They're valuing courage and bravery. We're obviously going to compete. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Just okay. So, Vian, you can choose your ranking system as you see fit.
Okay. I'm not like too, like, I don't know exactly everything about like the houses yet
Hmm
because I've only seen the two movies so far. But
hmm
I'll need a bit of help with this. Okay, so I'm
hmm
Hufflepuff. What would be my friend?
So I think it's better when you visualize people that you know and you know their Hogwarts houses.
But I don't.
Because
That's the
I visualize
thing.
my friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
So
So
I'm
you're
gonna give you some
Ravenclaw.
examples. So I'm a Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
Uh, Hosan's a Gryffindor. Angelica's a Hufflepuff.
Okay.
Who's Slytherin?
But I can't put
Dara's
Hufflepuff into it, right?
Slytherin.
No Hufflepuff. No.
Who
We're taking
else?
that out of the equation.
Hmm?
We're taking Hufflepuff out of the equation. Yeah.
Yeah, I took
Okay.
my individual one out because I
Okay.
didn't think it was fair.
Mm,
And obviously you know Gryffindor because you're dating one.
yes. I'd say the Gryffindor is my enemy, my competitor.
We decided here first, folks. Gryffindors are always competing with us.
I think just Gryffindor is just competitive. They're just,
hmm
I think
Watch
everyone
Gryffindors
would say
get a low
that.
ranking. Not true. Yes, we have said that you all are cool,
This is a
but
personal attack on Niall, not on Hosan. So I'd say, yeah, I don't know, because like it would be similar to you. I think Ravenclaw would be the friend.
okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
Slytherin might be the like competitor, maybe.
Mm, mm.
And what's the other one? Competitor, friend, and what's the other one?
Gryffindor, Ravenclaw,
No,
Slytherin,
the
and
competitor, friend, and
oh,
what's the other
I
one?
said competitor, friend, the one I'm most similar to.
Oh, similar.
As in, like, we're different, obviously, but like, if you were gonna rank your friends and stuff, you're really similar to this person.
Well, then I'd say Ravenclaw would be similar, more similar, maybe.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't know. Would like because Slytherin, I don't think that would be similar at all to Hufflepuff.
No, I don't think Slytherin would be very similar to Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
That's kind of like an opposites attract kind of relationship, you
Exactly.
know?
So if you're going by that, then I'd say Slytherin would be the competitor, and maybe Gryffindor would be the what's the
Oh,
other
one.
one?
Forgot what it is. Friend, the friend.
Yeah, and the friend, maybe.
Okay, see, Gryffindors didn't get a low ranking. Damn, like, no faith enough. God.
Hufflepuff wants to be friends with everyone. Can we not
Yeah,
just be
Hufflepuff
friends?
wants to be friends with everyone, except when we don't. Um,
Yeah.
okay, so obviously the author of the aforementioned series has been kind of horrible on Twitter, and I think it's really fair that we acknowledge that we don't support their views.
Hmm.
And we were really debating about it, me and Vianne, and we just kind of got to the same conclusion that, like, it's basically for attention, right?
Yeah, I think
Like,
so. I think it's just her not being relevant, maybe,
yeah, because we
that
just
kind of
kind of
way.
thought right now it's such a chaotic environment for everyone, especially like trans people and everything. So it was very obvious that she kind of wanted to put a torch in the fire and just
Yeah.
start the mob,
Do you
I
want to
guess.
enlighten the viewers maybe
Yeah,
what
I'd say
who's
if
trying not
I'm
to be
being
interested?
completely honest, it's currently the what is it, the political climate for it, because basically both the UK and the US are kind of discriminating against trans people on the basis of medical care and also just like general well-being. So, being someone that is residing in the UK, it's not surprising that she came up with this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, she knew it was a politically heavy topic and she went,
But I'm just like wondering, like, is she trying to stir like stuff, like she's trying to stir the pot, or do you think she would kind of think that people would agree?
I think she's trying to stir the pot. And let's not forget, she does have a book coming up that was now
Yeah.
postponed because of her views. But she might have been stirring the pot so her book has more sales,
Oh, right.
right? Strategic?
Yeah. But
I'd
I
say so.
mean, is that the best way to do it? Like, yeah,
No,
it's
but
just
it's not
staying
the first
relevant,
time someone
really.
has done it, right? Like,
Mm.
if we look at, the orangutan in like the US currently in presidency, he basically threatened the public and was like, vote for me or don't, vote for me or
Yeah.
don't. It's not going to get worse than this, isn't? And everyone was like,
And the fact that it kind of works sometimes is just like,
it does kind of work because people get afraid. They're like,
what?
what if
Yeah.
worse people show up? And I'm like, that's not the mentality we have in this. Like,
But yeah, like the fact that that is a mentality, I guess, just says a lot about us as
mm-mm.
people.
Also, what I love as well has been like the current like photographs from Obama's interns and Trump's interns because it's just like Trump's is like full white and then Obama's like diverse. And I'm like,
Mm.
well, you heard it here first, folks. Obama was better at choosing people because he cared. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that Trump's interns are all horrible people, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, you need a diverse population in any workforce so you have more ideas, more thoughts, and more
Yeah,
innovation.
exactly. Different views, opinions.
Like,
You
can you
need that.
imagine, like, DCU just being like, no more people of color, no more immigrants? I'm sorry. How many people would go to university? Like, let's be
Exactly.
honest. There's so many people that are white as well, but their parents are immigrants, so they're like immigrants as well by association. Do you know how many people would go? Not many. Oh,
Yeah.
that reminds me of like when I was working as a dental nurse, because currently I'm not working. But like
Mm.
when I was, and a man came in, like he didn't have an appointment. He came in like and he needed one, and someone was on the phone, and it was very obvious they were an immigrant or whatever. And he turns to the girl on the phone, and he was to the dental nurse that worked with me, and he was like, "Oh, they weren't local, were they? It seems like they're taking over." And I was thinking to myself, "Sir, I'm not local. Do you have an issue with me?"
Oh my God. Yes, Queen.
And
Stand
obviously,
up for
and obviously
that.
he wouldn't because I'm white.
That's just so bad. I just remember, I don't know if you remember, but do you remember we had geography, and it was when I first moved to Green Hills, and we had Mr. Coon. Do you remember that? We were in
No.
geography.
Oh my
No, no,
god.
you were not in my class that time. Okay,
Everyone
what
always
happened was,
remembers me in their memories, even though I'm not in it.
yeah,
But
no,
like,
because
go on.
yeah, for the last 3 years we were together, but no, the
You
last
know,
two
the best
years we were in the
years.
same class. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But when I first moved to Greenhouse, right,
Yeah.
Mr. Coon, oh my God, he introduced me right to the class, and I think it was one of my first classes, like, of the day,
Hmm.
and he was just like, so we have a new student, so and she's new, and she doesn't really speak English very well, so we have to go a little bit slow today for her, and I was just here like. What are you talking? I've lived here in Ireland since I was 6.
First off, bitch, I know
Yeah,
English better than you do. How dare
I
you?
was actually, everybody was just like, because at that point I've talked to everyone already, and they knew that I like could
That
speak
you
English.
transferred
You know,
over, that
I
you were
was,
chill,
yeah,
that
that I
you
was
were
from,
cool.
like, yeah, that I literally lived in Dublin before that. So people knew, and
You
everybody was
literally
just
lived in the capital. What is he on about?
like he is so, it was the most ignorant thing I've ever heard. Like he didn't even come up to me before that, like being like, "Oh, you're the new student," like hi or whatever. He just assumed that because I am not white and I have this
Some
face that
fucking
I just
bullshit, if
don't.
you ask
Yeah,
me. Like,
it was so funny because he just got absolutely wrecked when I was just like, no, I've literally lived in Ireland since I was 6, and people were like, "Oh my god."
that's kind of like the conversation that people have that are like, so where are you from? And people are like,
Oh
Dublin.
no, yeah, you
But
must so
like, where
kind
are
of
you
don't know,
from?
yeah.
Dublin. Like,
Yeah, oh my God, I like they literally that happened to me so many times, and it's just like people don't get it. They just
no,
don't.
no,
It was the funniest thing though. Like I
honestly.
hope from that day on he learned not to just assume that just because someone's not white that
Oh,
they
he
don't
must have
fucking
learned.
speak English.
I
Like
thought
I
about
swear to
something that
God.
was kind of funnier though. Do you remember when we didn't have when we had like free classes and stuff? We were all in
Yeah.
the canteen. I'm gonna tell you this, lads. Every single time we were in the canteen, you saw the teacher like butcher the first few names, and at one point, one teacher just decided, "No, I'm gonna give up. Screw it.
Really? That's
That's some
so
bullshit."
bad.
Yeah, it's true. That did happen. That
For
did
our
happen.
class
That
as
happened
well,
in sixth year.
specifically. For our class, we had a lot of like there's
We had a
diversity in our
lot of
class.
people that were immigrants, and it was obvious from our surnames.
Hmm.
Like, and people were just like, "Nope, I'm not gonna call it out. Screw that."
Like,
And I was just like,
or
"What?"
they just give the piece of paper out just to like be lazy.
Yeah.
Just just
But
do
like,
that instead.
and just to tell you, like, one of the head girls was in our class. Like, so they should have known
Yeah.
her name right off the bat. But
It's just
no.
like you like, and some teachers just don't like. You just know that they don't care because like you'd
Oh
have
yeah.
them like well, how many times a day? No, a week. Sorry, and then
Oh
they
no.
still like butcher your name really badly, even though you correct them multiple
I know
times.
it's
Do you know what I
it's
mean?
actually
Like, yeah,
ridiculous.
like Isa, like it's pretty easy to pronounce her, but
But
like the
also,
amount of
just
things
from the
I've heard,
surname, they couldn't like know that she was the
yeah.
like the deputy head girl. So I don't know where that came from at all.
Mm.
Um. So I think we should move on to like the second topic.
Oh, are we gonna do that?
I really
Cool.
do think. But like
All
I'm
right.
feeling kind of warm. Like this is a nice comfy jumper and all. But like I just feel kind of like warm and I don't know. Oh, so much better. Um welcome to
Okay.
Flirting
Oh
101.
wow, I
We will
didn't
be your
realize that you
teachers.
changed your shirt there, Sandra.
I
With
know
zooming
like
out.
what? Me always modest. Um
Oh yeah, for sure.
so I guess we should go on to like Flirting 101 because everyone was just very excited for that and if you're not excited for that, well, maybe skip to the end because we're going to be having the chats.
Yeah.
So I guess like it should be very abundantly obvious. I'm great at flirting. Sorry about it.
Sandra, you are terrible at flirting.
What are you talking about?
There is no difference between the flirting and just being a friend.
That's
You're just overly friendly. That's just
that's
it.
that's the point, Vian. That's the
Oh,
point.
okay. Oh, right.
You keep
Sorry.
people guessing.
Sorry.
No, but in all honesty, there is a distinct difference, and my friends that know me personally know the difference.
Okay, well, I have a list here of supposedly like flirting things that people do, or
That's true.
we can decide whether it's flirting or is it just being friendly. Okay,
Bian, I love that you did research. Love this. Go
of
on.
course. Okay, so the first one is they'll make prolonged eye contact.
That's
What do you
true.
think about that?
That's very
But
true.
okay, well,
But
me
like within
personally,
reason, if you're at the dentist and they're making eye contact, they're doing their job.
is something going on? No, I don't
He's
even look my
married.
dentist in
Leave
the
him
eye.
alone.
I look away from her. I don't even look at her.
I
Okay, no,
think
okay.
what is it? I think it depends on the person you're dealing with.
Like
Because
okay.
not
Like
everyone is going to be wanting to do eye contact.
yeah, because personally I like did not know like growing up I was just really bad at like talking to people
Yeah.
and like social situation. So I would like research and be like, how do you like, show someone that you want to talk to them, like, so you're like, they don't think you're weird or anything when you're having a conversation. And one of the first ones always like eye contact is like super important.
Yeah.
So I try to do that when I talk to people, like with everyone I talk to, I try to like really
Yeah.
like just look at them in the eyes and not anywhere like
Yeah,
else,
like eye
to make
contact,
them,
I don't
yeah,
know. It's one of those like catch-22s where it really depends. It depends on
yeah.
the situation.
So I hope that's not like
Uh,
like people don't think that that's flirting. I'm just trying to like talk to them, that kind
yeah,
of way.
it really depends. If you're already
Yeah,
friends, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a double-edged sword. You kind of have to like
yeah.
play up to your strengths. But when it is I'll give you an example of when it is flirting.
Okay.
So
Oh,
let's
is
say,
this a personal analogy?
no, I've never done this
Okay, okay,
that I
okay.
remember, but like I would do this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's say me and Vian are at a party. Me and
Mm-hmm.
Vian are talking to each other, and there's someone like a few meters away from us,
Oh,
right?
okay, 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 okay. I know what you're.
Me
I
and
know.
Vian
Yeah.
are talking, and while me and Vian are talking, I do the following thing.
Okay.
I talk to Vian, but I make eye contact with the other person. Glance back to Vian, make eye contact with the other person, smile, look them up and down, get back to Vian. That's
This is
flirting.
just okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Because
I
that's
got you.
very much like the TV show
Yeah.
flirting
Oh, I was
technique.
about to say that. I was like, that's the type of thing you'd see in a movie, you
You
know?
know what I mean? That's like very much
Yeah.
like you very clearly know each other
Hmm.
to some extent or you're interested. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? An example when that isn't eye contact, that isn't flirting, is when you're having an argument.
Okay. Well,
You know what I
yeah, in
mean?
that
Like, that's not
situation.
flirting. You know what I mean? You're having an
Yeah.
argument. You're looking each other in the eye because you're like, when will you step down? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so like eye contact is very
I
hit and
guess
miss.
it comes along with body language as well, like how you're,
Plus, if you're having respect and
yeah.
listening to the person's conversation, you're already going to make eye contact generally, like
Yeah.
fairly often, to like keep your brain active to listening to them.
Exactly. Okay, well, the next
So,
one
what's the
is
next one?
making physical contact. I think that one's an obvious flirting sign. I think that one's for
That's
sure.
obvious.
Like,
If you're
yeah.
doing like playful, like stop or whatever, who you kidding? Y'all are interested. What are you doing?
Okay, fair enough. But I feel like I do that sometimes to just random people. Okay, well, not random people, but just like friends, you know?
Yeah,
If you're close enough
yeah.
with friends with someone and you just that's just playful. I don't think it's flirting.
But you can be playful just with friends. It depends on,
Mm,
I think it depends on how long you know the person.
yeah, I think so.
If you've only known each other for a few weeks or whatever, and you're doing playful touching, like as in like touching their shoulder or whatever, um, I think you're flirting
Yeah.
subconsciously, even
Well,
if you're not
if it's
even
only
thinking about
short,
it.
yeah, okay. If it's only a short, like friendship, that kind of way.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
okay, listen, okay. Like, I like with girls, like you
yeah.
know what I mean. Like girls are
Girls are a
very,
whole other kettle of fish. Go
yeah.
on.
That's just another complex thing. Like, especially girls with like girlfriends. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
we all like hug each other and stuff all the time.
yeah,
So how would
yeah.
you like personally? How would you like
I'm so
distinguish?
glad you asked.
Or would you not know at all? Or is this like a thing where you just don't know at all?
There's a common trope among females that are friends with females and interested in females that they never know when the other person is flirting.
Yeah,
Um,
because girls
I'll
are
give you
just
an
super
example of when it
friendly.
was flirting and I
Okay.
didn't know. Someone sat on my lap for like a
Yeah.
good amount of time and we hugged and stuff. That's flirting. You don't sit on each other's lap when you're friends, you know what I mean? Like it's very
Yeah.
unlikely.
Okay, fair.
Maybe if
That's a
you're
fair
drunk
point.
or you're
Hmm.
tipsy. So
But
that's
then that's
flirting.
like another thing. Like, oh my God, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, when we're drunk, let's not
Yeah.
go into that. It's another episode. Like, let's not. But what is it? But I mean, I think your friends tend to notice more when you're flirting than when you do,
Yeah. Fair
to a
enough.
certain extent. So is physical touching like flirting? Again, it depends. It depends on how long you know the person,
Yeah.
and it depends how comfortable you are with each other. You know?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, would there be? I don't like it's a tough one because as friends,
There's like
say,
there's like bases. Like if you're touching someone's hair and you're just kind
yeah,
of like, oh, it was in your face or whatever, that's flirting. You know what I mean? For the most part, because you're like close to their face.
Jesus,
Do you
now
know what
I'm
I
just
mean?
looking at like a past situation and I'm like, was that flirting? Because I apparently don't know what flirting is.
No, but I mean, it's not always like cut and dry, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like
exactly.
people don't, and what I think lots of people forget is that sometimes you're flirting subconsciously and you're not even
Hmm.
realizing it, you know what I mean? You haven't even
Yeah,
reached the stage where you're interested in this person like full on and
exactly.
you're already flirting with them. Um, what I read online about flirting, because I also did research, and I find this very funny to me.
Oh, okay. What is it?
Apparently challenging people to stuff is flirting.
Trying challenging people to what?
To do stuff is flirting.
Oh.
Like if I set a challenge right now, I could be flirting with you.
Well, I think it depends on the challenge. What do you
Right.
mean? Oh,
Like
okay. I see. Well, I guess it
challenges,
depends.
okay, here's what they say as challenges. Challenges including teasing, questions, qualifying, and feigned disinterest, which may serve to increase tension and to test intention and congruity.
Yeah.
Vienna's really bad at flirting.
What?
Your boyfriend said that. I'm sorry,
Oh, what
sir.
the
Do you think
hell?
you can say that when she caught you? I am sorry, but that seems like the
That's
objective.
actually another one that I found. Asking, I guess, in-depth questions. I don't know. That's kind of similar.
Hmm.
Like in-depth question. Like obviously, if you're not interested in someone, I don't know. But that's like also a friend thing. Like you think you just
That's
want to
also
learn
a
about
friend thing, but
someone,
I
you
guess
know?
it depends on where the questions are leading.
Yeah.
Like if you're just asking questions for the sake of asking questions and you're not really invested in the conversation, then that's nothing. That's
But
friendship.
like,
That's
what's the
fine.
difference with that? What do you mean?
Like if
Like
I
asking about
ask
someone's
you,
life, like asking about someone's life and stuff like that. Like that's not technically
yes,
flirting,
it's kind
but
of
it's a
like when
personal.
you start to decide that you're in a friendship or a relationship, like how often you text each other.
Yeah.
Like if this person is sending you paragraphs of questions and is actually interested in the answers and then keeps going with the conversation, then
Hmm.
that's showing interest, friendship or otherwise, it's interest.
Yeah. But then how do you differentiate is the question between
Um,
friendship, like them just wanting to be like closer friend to you, or it's flirting.
I'd say how often you how long you take to respond. If they're mimicking the same energy as you and you take too long to respond and they take too long to respond, then it means
Yeah.
they're mirroring you and they're interested.
But
Whereas
like some people just don't think about that stuff. Do you
that's
know?
true, but it comes back to the whole thing of like psychology of flirting. If you are doing this subconsciously, you might be interested and not even notice, but you also might just be doing this out of politeness. So that's where flirting becomes complicated because
Yeah.
no one ever knows if the other person is flirting. You're really just taking your guesses.
Yeah. And then what do you do? Okay, like say you do find that, like you do realize that. What's the next step to that then? What would you
I
do?
don't know, Vian, you tell me. No,
It's
if
never gotten to
I'm
that
being
point.
honest, if someone is flirting with you, you have two options. You either
Hijack.
you either care that they're flirting and you flirt back with
Yeah.
intention, or you're uncomfortable and you make it clear that you don't want to flirt with them.
Okay. How do you do that
You
then?
know, if you were to do that, you obviously bring it up in an awkward way and you're like, look, I think you're flirting, or I think like some
Like,
lines have
isn't
been
that scary
crossed
though?
and
Like,
we're
what
not
if
on
they
the same
weren't the whole
page.
time? What if they weren't
What?
the whole time? What if they weren't the whole time?
Then you
That's
don't bring
just
it
so
up like
like,
that. You say something along the lines of you have to be completely sure.
yeah.
Otherwise, you say something along the lines of, how do you see me? Do you see me as a friend? Like, I really see you as a friend. You know what I mean? And you bring it up in a subtle way.
That is terrifying. I would never be direct like that with anyone, you know?
See, but I'm
Yeah, I know that, yeah, I guess, yeah.
direct.
You
Whereas you
would
would
be.
probably say it in a different way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would
But
not say
also, you
anything
have
at
the third
all.
option, which is like you let it fizzle out. You know what I mean?
Mm, yeah.
Which is completely fine.
Okay, let me see what
Um,
the next one. Yeah,
Hit me
the
with the
context
next
of
one, Leon.
conversation. The context of the conversation is the next one. Like if you
Obviously,
know, yeah,
obviously,
that's an
because if
obvious
you're
one, yeah.
texting someone for notes
But like,
for your
okay, like
lecture,
if you're like close, really close with someone, and you're asking for advice or that kind of
yes,
way. Well, then,
yes,
do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, how do you differentiate then? Because you still talk about like more intimate things, but how do you differentiate if
If
you
you're
know?
asking for advice from the person, then that means you trust them, friendship or otherwise.
Yeah.
If you're being playful with the person, you could be just flirting for the sake of flirting.
Okay.
If you're just having small talk, you're getting to know the person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like flirting is not the end all of all conversations, you know what I mean? No one goes into a conversation and thinks, I'm gonna flirt today. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It just
Like it
happened.
kind of
Yeah.
happens sometimes. But like, and as we've learned, I'm great at flirting, clearly. Um,
The
but
worst. The
I guess
absolute
like,
worst.
screw you, I'm great. What are you talking about? I'm
Okay, then
great at this.
how? You're just super friendly with like every single person. It's like, you know what I mean? It's
I
there's
I
no way to
beg to
tell.
differ. I'm very negative with a lot of people. I cursed
Okay,
out a
maybe
guy
it's
in
because
my
because
course.
we're friends, so obviously I don't really see that side. Maybe.
Actually, like for a lot of people, I'm just very like cut and dry, just very blunt. I'm not really flirty. But like with people that I'm
Well,
very
damn, were
close
you
to, I'm
flirting with
more
me in
flirty.
secondary or something? Because that's not
I
what
don't
I
know,
saw.
yeah, I don't know. Secondary was a whole other kettle of fish. Like
Yeah.
in secondary, I flirted with a lot of people.
So you knew you were flirting the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like in
Like you
secondary, you
don't,
knew that
yeah.
I was flirting because we were good friends. You know what I mean?
Mm,
There's different levels of flirting. There's flirting for the sake of flirting. There's flirting to get something, and there's flirting to get someone.
yeah.
Like, let me see.
Like okay, you know when you're being playful with friends, like me thinking back to secondary and stuff, when you're being playful with friends,
Yes.
then how like would you tell if that was flirting or not? Or if that's just like being friendly and playful, like
I guess the lines are blurred. It depends
yeah,
on who
with
you're
that in that
talking to.
way, yeah. Because
It
then, like,
depends
say
on who you're talking to.
you've gotten past that line of like not being strangers anymore, and you're friends now. But like
Yeah,
you want to take the next step. It's still hard to like ever. I think the only way to find out is by asking. I
oh yeah,
think that's the
true.
only way to end it all,
Yeah, like at
really.
the end of the day, that's end game. That's like you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
I think with my friends, I've known them for so long as well.
Hmm.
So when I flirt, it's obvious that it's platonic. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
when they ask me to marry them, it's obvious that it's platonic.
Yeah. Because
Speaking of
that
which,
happens a
three of
lot.
my friends have done that, so that's
Yeah. I mean,
beautiful.
on this podcast, it has happened many times already.
On this
Like on
podcast
all the
alone,
podcasts.
everyone has
Yeah.
made advances, and I'm like, girls, y'all have boyfriends. Don't do this to me.
Cough, cough,
Uh,
Ashlyn.
calling out Ashlyn on the daily. Sorry about it, girl, but like it's true. Stop it. Stop
Oh
it.
my god.
Um.
Okay, there's another one that's actually that one's this one's the very obvious one.
yes.
They'll make a point to tell you that they're single.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that one definitely, I think. Like unless they
Yeah.
were being like unless you're asked, like you would never mention it really, you
Yeah.
know?
It's true. If you flirt with them and it's obvious that you're flirting, like
Hmm.
abundantly obvious, as in you
That's
use
actually
the word
that's the next
flirting.
step. That's definitely the next step actually. After flirting, it's like letting them know. Like I think that would be like that
Yes.
would be something that you'd want to do. Let the person know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But what is it? If you flirted with them and it's abundantly obvious, as in you use the word flirting in the context, and they reply with something, this is at all not based on personal experience at all. How dare you even suggest this? But if they
I didn't
respond with
even say
something
anything.
less than I'm not interested or I wasn't flirting with you, they're flirting with you.
Wait, what? Okay, repeat that whole thing again. Now my brain is
As
just
in,
not
like, let's say
functioning.
I said something like, you're so flirtatious today, Bian. And if you replied with something like, oh, how dare you, or whatever, that's normal, whatever. But if you
Mm.
say something like, I'm not flirting, you're obviously not flirting.
Mhm.
If you reply with something any more vague than that, you're flirting.
Right. Okay. I guess make
But
it
like that's just the
direct.
nature of how things are. Kashaf, I'm wearing the necklace that you got me finally. Um, what is it? I guess what should I say? What have we learned so far? Flirting is really subjective. No one ever knows when you're flirting, and it's
Yeah,
horrible.
so we learned nothing.
Well, so we've learned nothing. So how can I teach you how to flirt? I guess I should just tell you one of the few lines that I've said that has been the best line that I've ever said, and that my friends have
Oh,
been
okay.
like, wow, Sandra.
That'll reel
The
them out
last
later.
line I said to someone, like just flirting friendly, was literally like, I would like to be in the same room with you and see how long my makeup lasts.
Well, who told you that this was a good one?
All my friends, which just shows
Hmm.
that they have no taste.
Yeah.
So that was very, no, but like
It's not bad.
honestly,
Like I would, out of a five, I'd give it a
it's a two
2.7.
and a half at most.
Yeah, no,
But
like
that just shows
2.7.
that like
Okay.
quarantine has really just been messing with all of us. But if I'm to say flirting, I'll tell you the best line that I have gotten, which is just
Okay.
funny, not actually like considerable, but just funny. So for anyone who doesn't know, I'm a dental nurse.
Yeah.
And someone on Tinder asked me, Sensodyne or Colgate? And I said, it doesn't really matter as long as it has the amount of fluoride that you want or that you need or whatever. And
Yeah.
then they were like, well, I'd give you Oral B. And I was like,
Hi, Anita.
Anita, hello! Anita, my child. She's always here
Oh
for
my
us.
god.
She's always here.
It's so sweet.
Um, if I'm talking about flirting just on the basis of flirting, here's some things that you do without even
Do do.
noticing that you do. Um, you end up, what is it, dressing up for the person. You end
Okay.
up communicating with them like often.
Yeah, wanted to look good
You
for the
want to look
person.
good for them, but like you don't even think about it. You're just like, I have to dress up. Like it's
Yeah.
obviously. You talk a lot more often. You make jokes. Like you just joke with each other. Um, you tend to like do stuff like you flick your hair and you just
That's actually
like,
one that I read, but it wasn't on this one. Yeah, like adjusting your clothes, fixing your
yeah, like,
hair.
yeah, and you just like the amount of proximity that you have towards each other. You kind of like mirror each other's behaviors. Like if you're fixing your glasses, they'll fix something that they're doing.
Hmm.
Um, you start to talk like similar to each other. Like you start
Okay.
using the same words. Um, what else? What else?
Yeah, you kind of copy the stuff that they say. Definitely mirroring, I think that would
Yeah,
be.
you definitely mirror them in some
Yeah.
aspect. Like you start talking about the same stuff, or you
I guess
talk
just
the same.
wanted just like yeah, I just wanted to spend time with them,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. So like flirting isn't necessarily always like language based or whatever. For the most part, it's usually like very subtle.
I
You know
guess
what I mean?
actions as well.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
let's
Like
say
little things that like I don't know. I can't really think of anything at the moment.
I
But like
can like
little,
let's say you invited me to your house, right?
yeah,
And let's say we're gonna sit at the dinner table and someone's like, "Oh, I don't know where to sit." And someone says, "Oh, sit in front of me." Like, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
that stuff, like if you're sitting in front of someone, you're already thinking you're gonna be in my direct line of contact. I'm gonna more than likely talk to you more than I talk to the rest of the people around.
mm.
So that's flirting in essence, but it's also just caring about someone.
Yeah, exactly. Like like say if someone was like going to the shop or something, and they're like, "Oh, do you want me to pick up something for you?" That
Yeah.
kind of way.
Or like when you go to town with someone and then you're going your separate ways and they say, "Oh, text me when you get home."
Yeah.
Like it's the little stuff. It's not always the big grand gestures or the
Yeah. But
coming up
that's
to
just
your
like the
house
thing,
and giving
like
you
when
flowers.
someone's like super friendly, like I would think I'd do kind of stuff like that for other people, but I wouldn't see it as flirting at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Because like we said, it's always about the context.
Mm. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Ugh.
Oh god, it just stresses me out thinking about it. 'Cause I'm just like, it's actually like, oh hi Meg, because I'm just like,
The, the amount of
I
times
just don't know. Like I'm just thinking about secondary right now, Sandra, and you're definitely flirting with me then. Like if all this shit is like canon.
if all this shit is true, I was dating so many people in secondary
Oh
without
my god,
knowing it.
you absolute, oh my god, womanizer.
I, I'd like to think femme fatale, but thank you.
I can't believe I wasn't the
Uh,
only one. What? That's the part that hurts me the most.
let's be reminded that I did have a relationship in secondary school, yet I still flirted with so many people.
Oh my god. Let's just say
You
that was friendly, being friendly. No, not flirting at
just
all.
friendly, obviously friendly. One time in English class, Tim O'Connell, an absolute star.
Tim.
I was
Tim.
sharing a book with Charlene because she didn't have a book, and he turned
Yeah.
to us and he was like, "Will you stop holding hands?" And I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm not even flirting today. Okay,
Oh my god.
Tim, I'm just trying to let her have her education. Okay,
He knew what was up with you. He was seeing through the
he knew
bullshit.
what was up. Like he knew what was up
Yes.
with me, and I was like, Tim, I don't need to be called out like this. Anita, yeah, Tim is a
I
legend.
know. Oh my god. I need to like see them all again one day. Like,
Honestly,
can
what
we
is
all
it?
just like plan like a little like we all just go over to the school and just say hi, just
A
pop in.
reunion of sorts.
Yeah, that'd be so cute.
I go positive mental health week. Like that's always the best week to go.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
is. It's great.
in all
I just wish
honesty.
that that energy was always the kind of energy
Yeah.
in the
I kind
school.
of wish that like what is it? The sixth years kind of contact us and they're like, we need to prank them. And instead of it being an elaborate prank, it's literally you pick four people from our year, we dress up in funky costumes, and then in the middle of like, what is it, the award ceremony, we just like bang on his desk or something and we're like, hello, I'm Vian from the Independent, and I was wondering, how dare you snub this person for this award? How dare you? You know what I mean? And it just like is a bunch
Oh
of
my
inside jokes.
God.
That would
Yes.
be hilarious.
I just like if we
Oh,
were all like just closer as a year, I think maybe that could have worked out. But I don't think
yeah.
it's ever possible like for that to happen. People just kind of separate anyway, which
Oh
is
yeah, just
unfortunate.
naturally. And if anyone's
Hmm.
taking the clocks, we don't support you. Sorry about it. I want to know what
Oh
time it
my
is.
God, don't
I want to
even.
know what time it is
That
till
was the
lunch,
worst. That
okay?
was the worst thing ever. It
I
was the
hate them.
worst.
Hate them all.
Like it doesn't benefit me in
God.
any way just to be looking at the clock the whole time, but you
You're
still
just
don't want
making
to.
me angry. That's what's
Mm.
happening, is that you're making me angry.
Oh my
What was I
God.
gonna say? I guess I should tell you something that I found out. Apparently, like European hand fans were used to flirt in the 16th century.
Oh, like, oh, I used to have a fan. I wish I had one right now. I don't have anything
I
here
have
that I
one
can give.
somewhere that Angelica gave me, but I can't pick it up right now.
I have a piece of paper, like, that kind of thing. That
Oh,
would that be it? Is that what you're talking
that
about?
that no, like an actual, like one of
Oh,
those.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, but like, would that be the gesture that you're like thinking
Let me
about?
see. A whole sign language was developed with the use of the fan. Even adequate
What?
books and magazines were published. So,
Oh my
like,
God.
if you put the fan near your heart, it meant I love you, while
Okay.
opening the fan wide meant wait for me.
Wow. What if like someone didn't know what was happening and this person just making all these weird gestures?
That would be hilarious, honestly. I mean,
Just like, are
clearly
you
you probably
okay?
had to be from a certain like economic background to even know about this, because
Yeah.
there were books and stuff about it. So that's a bit strange, a bit strange.
And where was this, sorry, again?
This was like in England and Spain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why would they have fans in England? Okay.
Hmm. I don't know, rich people, you know how it is.
Just for
We can't
aesthetics.
relate. We can't relate. Um, so what you've learned from this is that Vian thinks that I flirted with everyone in secondary. Vian's boyfriend doesn't think
Um,
that she flirts well. Except he's her boyfriend, so like that's completely contradictory.
I digress. I think I am great at flirting.
Yeah, how dare you even suggest such a thing? And what is it? Anisha has decided that the clock thieves were the worst. Oh my god, we have 20 seconds remaining.
Okay.
3 adjectives, go.
Um, I don't know the
alliteration.
adjectives where they go like cool,
Cool, classy,
sassy.
cool, cool, classy, sassy. This has been Capitalism. Thanks, I hate it. I've been Sandra, and you have been
Vian.
so proud.